And now we move on to feature films. And I stay right here. Our first two winners are Ben is Back from Lionsgate and Roadside Attractions and Instant Family from Paramount Pictures. In Ben is Back, Holly Burns struggles fiercely to save her son Ben from the opioid addiction that nearly destroyed him. So when Ben returns from rehab declaring he's clean, she's torn between wanting to believe him and knowing from experience that she shouldn't. Ben is Back explores the emotional devastation caused by addiction, as well as the dark underbelly of the drug world. Ultimately, it presents an honest portrait of an American family desperately seeking hope and healing. And in Instant Family, Pete and Ellie are a middle-aged couple who never made time to have kids. Now they realize they want a family, and they consider foster parenting and find themselves drawn to a sassy teenager with a little brother and sister whose mother is in jail. The film follows the comical trials and heartbreaking tribulations involved in building bonds of trust with children who have been hurt by life. Inspired by writer-director Sean Anders' own experience as an adoptive father of 3. The movie encourages more people to open their hearts and homes to foster children. The production crews of both Ben is Back and Instant Family send their regrets at not being able to attend, but Instant Family writer-director Sean Anders has shared a lovely statement of thanks that you can find on the testimonial page of your program books. So we honor them. From Affirm Films, Sony Pictures, Paul, Apostle of Christ. In first century Rome, as Nero's soldiers torture and kill Christians, Paul the Apostle sits in prison awaiting execution. While there, he's haunted by memories of the people he himself persecuted before his conversion. Meanwhile, Luke the Evangelist sneaks into the prison to meet with Paul and write an account of his insights to share with communities everywhere. This timeless film captures the struggles of Christianity's earliest leaders as they hold to Jesus' teachings of mercy and peace in the face of persecution. As one character declares, love is the only way. The Apostle Paul could not be with us tonight. But we are thrilled to have with us executive producer Eric Groth. And from Focus Features, Won't You Be My Neighbor? From 1968 to 2001, Fred Rogers served as a comforting presence in homes throughout America, including mine, as host of the PBS series Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Not only did he remind kids that they have value and they are loved, he addressed tough subjects like race relations and divorce in ways that resonated with young and old alike. Through archival clips and new interviews, this documentary shows the roots of Rogers' gentle and imaginative approach to reaching children in a turbulent world. And it reminds us all how blessed we were to have Fred Rogers as our neighbor. I must tell you that I was here in the audience many years ago when Fred Rogers was honored for a Lifetime Christopher Award. This gentleman behind me was honored as well. Not that time, a few years ago. I just wanted to say that they only pick the best of the best. But I didn't know at the time that a person could carry shalom with them. And when Fred Rogers stood on the stage, and I know that several of you remember this, the minute he began to speak, there was a shalom, a wholeness, a peace, a power that came down. And many of us, David, you and I were talking, we will never forget that. So from my heart, Fred Rogers, thank you for being a receptacle for peace and for justice. And thank you. Accepting for this film, Won't You Be My Neighbor, is the extraordinary director of photography. Boy, you did an extraordinary job. Please welcome Graham Willoughby. And an aside, the DVD of Won't You Be My Neighbor is included in the gift bags that you'll be receiving later tonight. That concludes the presentations of our Books for Young People and Feature Film Awards, and we look forward to another year of vision and creativity from our marvelous winners. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joan. And we want you to stay healthy so you can keep going around the world and inspiring young people everywhere like you did tonight. We're all young in this room, right? Young at heart, feeling great. Thank you, Joan. You're just so special. You remind me of Maya Angelou, listening to you. She said, you know, people may not remember what you said or did, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And that's what you did tonight. You made us feel good. Thanks for being here.